Let's start with the dough. So we got 6 cups of flour, which I sifted, and then we'll add the dry ingredients to it first. We will add 1 tablespoon ground cardamom. I like cardamom, so I'll add a little bit more. And 1 teaspoon salt, and half a cup of sugar, and we'll let it mix first. Next we will add the wet ingredients. We got half a cup of butter and 1 cup of vegetable oil, and we'll let this mix well with the flour, so all the flour will absorb the butter before we add the yeast and the yogurt. As you can see, it's like a crumble. It's mixed really well. Now we'll add the wet ingredients. We got here 3/4 cups of warm water, 2 teaspoons of yeast, and 1 teaspoon of sugar. They've been sitting there for 15 minutes and the yeast is activated, so we'll add that. Okay, and to this we will add 1 cup of natural yogurt. I'm using Greek style yogurt. Excuse my fingers, they're clean. And we will need this, but if the liquid is not enough, I got 1 cup of milk, warm milk on standby. We'll be adding it slowly until the dough comes together, if this liquid is not enough. So there you go. Let's start. Okay, as you can see, it just comes together nicely. There you go, so it's not sticking, it's beautiful. I added only 2 tablespoons of warm milk. It needed it because it wasn't enough liquid. Okay, so it's ready now. We will transfer it into another bowl where we'll be resting for a couple of hours. Okay, I got the boil here oiled, and then we will add the dough. That's a sign of cross, so God will bless our dough and rice. And you can put a plastic cover if you don't have if your container doesn't have a lid, but I got a lid there. And we'll leave it in a warm place to rest for a couple of hours. Okay, we'll see you in 2 hours. Don't go away. Let's start with the dates filling. I got about half a kilo of dates, and they're in room temperature. Okay, we'll add, some people add sesame to it. I usually like walnuts, so we'll add some crushed walnuts to it. About a cup. and some cardamom, 1 teaspoon perhaps more, depend if you like it. You can add cinnamon, whatever you like, a little bit more. Yep. And we'll add a little bit of melted butter just to help the kneading. Okay, and now let's prepare the walnut filling. I got 2 cups of crushed walnuts. I didn't grate them fine, it's a little bit coarse. That's how we like them, that's how my mother did it. We will add a couple of spoons of sugar to it. I'm adding castor sugar so it won't be crunchy under the teeth when you eat it. Maybe a little bit more. And some cardamom, of course. Everything is with cardamom. It's about a teaspoon there. If you like a bit more, add a bit more. Mix it. If you like them very sweet, add more sugar. We'll mix them together first before we add some water. We'll add just a little bit of water just to make it like a paste, easier to fill our dough. I tasted it, it needed a little bit of more sugar, so I added another half a teaspoon. We'll add a little bit of water. You see it's coming together. That's what we need. So when we put it in the dough, it won't fall off. So we'll stay in. Okay, that'll do. Okay, for coconut filling as well, we got 2 cups of desiccated coconut. We will add the same thing, sugar and cardamom and water. Mix the dry ingredients together well. Just tasted it. A little bit more sugar. That's it. And some water. It's just we need some water for to be easier for it to apply, so it won't go everywhere. Some people use as well sesame, roasted sesame for filling. Mostly Assyrian people, like from my culture, they don't. It's only these 3 ingredients. I mean coconut, walnuts, dates, And also there is another filling, it's called مرتوخة, which is I won't be making it today because it's a little bit too much butter in it, so I'm not gonna make it. Okay, that'll do. So we'll see you in an hour or so until the dough is ready to show you how to make all the kulecheh. See you soon. Okay, for dates filling, we will roll it in between plastic bags, will be easier to use. I'll do half every time. We'll lightly flour the work surface. We'll take one and we'll keep the other ones covered so they won't go dry. For the dates filling, we'll open it as thin as possible. We don't need it too thick. So we'll bring that. We'll cut the extra dough. Now for walnut filling, we will roll it a little bit thicker. We don't want the walnuts to come out, and we cut it with a cutter or glass. And of course we'll gather this together and leave it again to rest before we use it, otherwise it will be too hard to roll it. And these guys, we'll leave them aside until we finish the rest. We'll make some more. So they will rest as well, but we'll cover them. Okay, for the walnut filling, we cut them in circle or rounds. You just open it a bit, just thin the edges. We fill them up and gather them in a half moon. Just thin the edge by pressing it. And then we go like this, like dumplings. Comme ça. There you go.
And here's one her husband prepared earlier. A little bit deformed, but first one.
That's your first, not too bad. Dog is busy playing with his toy. Dates, they've been date Kulecheh, they've been resting for about 20 minutes, covered. Don't leave it uncovered, otherwise it will dry and start cracking. Put a couple of knife dents on them just to shape them up. Okay, and I got the egg wash here, 2 eggs, whole eggs, a little bit of milk, and I put yogurt as well. And we'll brush generously each one of them so they will brown nicely. And we'll bake them in a preheated oven, 180 degrees, until they're golden brown. Can't tell you how long does it take, it's just until they're golden brown. Okay, and what I did, I roasted some sesame seeds, yum, and we'll sprinkle them with sesame seeds. Before they go in the oven. The same with the walnut filling. For coconut filling, we'll do exactly the same like we did with walnut, but as I told you, you don't have to use fancy cutters, you can just use a glass. Heaps easier. But this time we won't make that fancy edge, we will use a mold. Husband, please grab the molds. Catch it with so many more. The molds you can use is wooden molds, you got these plastic, whatever you got. Yeah, there's different shapes here. Yeah. We'll fill them the same way. That's why we put water, so it won't come out. See, easy. Okay. We'll just go like that. And use any mold you like. Oh, let's use this one. Just press it nicely so it will take shape, and then like that. And continue the same. We make them different shapes so they will look nice. As well, we distinguish it from walnut filling, isn't it? Anyway, we'll continue the rest. Here's our final results. We got our walnuts here and our coconut and the dates, and we always make a cross. You can fill it with walnuts or coconut, whatever you like. So our Lord Jesus will bless our Kulecheh, and bless whoever eats the Kulecheh, whoever made the Kulecheh, and bless everybody else. And I hope you try this recipe. It's very easy, and there's no eggs in there beside the egg wash, so they're very, very light. There's another recipe I have which includes butter and eggs, and they're a little bit different taste to this one, but they're a little bit heavier. But this one is very light. That's how we like our Kulecheh. I hope you try it, and have a lovely Easter, everybody. And we'll see you next time with a new recipe. And give us a thumbs up if you like it. And thank you for watching. Bon appetit and happy Easter again. Bye.